Look, I don't want this channel to turn into a bunch of self-indulgent, introspective bullshit. But there is something on my mind that I think we need to address before we can move forward together. Let's take a look at some classic, amazing atheist content. What do you say?
Mario is a fictional character, but he does exist. What? What? Mario is a fictional character, but he also exists! You hear that creepy fucking face? Mario's real! Congratulations, Internet! Mario is fucking real! Mario! It's a me! Mario! It's a me! I'm real now! I'm a fictional character, but I'm also somehow fucking real!
Now, you might notice that there's kind of a difference between that TJ and the TJ that sits before you now. There's kind of a difference between that TJ and the TJ that you've seen in recent years. And, you know, it's pretty obvious what it is. He's way more animated. He's way more energetic. He's way more passionate. Where'd that go? What happened to that? Well, I think there's auxiliary reasons why that went away, and then there's a primary reason why that went away. I'll go with the auxiliary reasons first. So, one thing, I was 21 when I started making YouTube videos. Now I'm 32. So, I'm older. I've changed with age. I've gotten more mellow. Part of the reason why I've gotten more mellow also is because this perfectly legal tobacco that I so enjoy smoking. Oh yeah, that's good tobacco. Also, I do smoke cigarettes, so maybe that's taken a little wind out of my sails. And then there's just the fatigue of doing this for 10 years, making videos about stupid shit for 10 fucking years. Just, hey, look at this. Isn't it stupid, guys? Check out this. Isn't that stupid? Check out this. Isn't that stupid? Look, I'm really good at pointing out stupid things and why they're stupid. It's a natural talent. It's a natural ability. Well, I'm sick of it. But none of those are the primary reason. The primary reason is because I took very much to heart something that George Carlin wrote in the introduction to his book, Brain Droppings. I'll play a little clip from him reading it from the audiobook version.
Listening to the comedians who comment on political, social, and cultural issues, I notice that most of their material reflects kind of an underlying belief that somehow things were better once, and with just a little effort we could set them right again. They're looking for solutions and rooting for particular results, and I think that limits the tone and substance of what they say. They're talented and funny people, but they're really nothing more than cheerleaders attached to a specific wished-for outcome. I don't feel so confined. I frankly don't give a fuck how it all turns out in this country, or anywhere else for that matter. I think the human game was up a long time ago when the high priests and traders took over. And now we're just playing out the string.
I was very fascinated by that idea of, you know, all these other comedians out there. Their material's all right, but they always have a horse in the race. They always have an ego stake somewhere along the line. There's always some sort of, oh, well, this is my overarching ideology, though, that I approach things with. This is the outcome that I hope for. And George Carlin felt that that limited the material that a comedian could do. If you are invested, that kind of makes you just another mouthpiece for a particular point of view. And I was very fascinated with the idea that I don't want to be that. I want to be someone who's free from the constraints of the world, who doesn't give a shit, who can bring his attitude of not giving a shit to every single solitary situation. But honestly, the more I've embraced not giving a shit about the world, about the outcome of things that are happening in the world, the more I have embraced that, the harder it has become to be passionate, to project to you guys, hey, this is an interesting story. I don't know how George compartmentalized it, where he put his passion and concern away, but he was still able to maintain his fascination with what's going on in the world. Because I have found that the less I've given a shit, the less things fascinate me, the less things interest me, the less I'm actually compelled to look into things more deeply, the less I'm compelled to think about them, to come up with interesting observations about them. So I don't know how George Carlin compartmentalized it in his brain. I really wish that I could sit down and have a conversation with the man, but he's dead, and even if he were alive, he probably wouldn't sit down for a conversation with me. You know, I could pretty much champion any viewpoint that I wanted to. I could do conservative talking points. I could do liberal talking points. I could come up with my own series of wacky talking points you never fucking heard before. I could be a feminist. I could be a fucking Black Lives Matter ally. I know how to fucking talk any of those talks. I could do it. None of that's what I want to do. You know, I started doing this anti-SJW content after Atheism Plus emerged. Started going after the feminists and the activists, the SJWs. And then everyone started going after him. I'm not saying that I was the absolute first or the leader of that pack. Although, actually, yeah, I am saying that. I don't care if that sounds ridiculous to you. Just check the fucking history. I was making that kind of shit before anyone else. And now it's just a fucking commodity on YouTube. And some people make it well. But a lot of channels that are these anti-SJW channels are dog shit. They're not skeptical. They're not rational. They don't give a fuck. So this form of content that was pioneered by me and by Thunderfoot and by Sargon of Akkad, although he came later, but whatever. He fucking revolutionized it even further than I took it. So you got to give him props too. But for everyone like that, there's, you know, a Black Pigeon Speaks or a Hunter Avalon or a Steven Crowder who just makes shit content with terrible logic and people still just eat it up. And it just blows my fucking mind. And I just wonder, like, why do I even fucking bother? Who cares? But then that just knocks the passion down another level. Because, you know, why should I make something good when something that's absolute dog shit is just as lauded, just as praised, just as appreciated, probably even more so? And I know there's probably people like, oh, TJ is such a fucking egomaniac. So megalomaniacal, so self-obsessed, so self-concerned. That's kind of the point of this video. Is that that's how I am. There's little circles of concern in my world. And in the first circle is me and my girlfriend, Chelsea. That's my fucking real world. That's the world I really love to fucking live in. You know, just laying in bed with my girlfriend. She's cuddling on my arm. We're watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Whatever, or we're painting together, or we're going out to lunch or something like that. That's the life that I really connect with, that I really care about. Then there's my professional life. That's the second circle. That's what I'm doing here. That's what I do on the Drunken Peasants. And then and all the people that are related to that are in that circle, like Paul Zigo and his girlfriend Ashley is in there, even though she's not really part of my work life, but she's part of my work social circle. Ben, my brother Scotty, who also is in like a family circle as well that kind of intersects in a weird way with the other ones. Then there's another circle that's about the world. And that's the circle that I'm the least comfortable stepping into. Because I look around the world, I see, people are like, oh, aren't you pissed that Trump did this? Aren't you pissed that Trump did that? Aren't you upset that these snowflakes over here at this college are doing this thing or that thing? And the honest answer is no. I don't give a shit. Because I was told by George Carlin that if I don't give a shit, that's gonna fucking give me this more objective perspective. Hasn't worked that way. All it's really done is made me not give a shit. Don't even want to talk about it, really. The only way I could talk about it is if I forced myself to talk about it. The only reason I talk about it is because I think you're interested in it. Because if I actually come out here and talk about the things that I'm interested in, it's just going to be this. It's just going to be my self-indulgent, introspective bullshit. So I have no choice but to abandon what George Carlin tried to teach me. Because I don't know how he could create so much great material without giving a shit about what's going on in the world. But for me to create good material about what's going on in the world, I have to fucking give a shit. I have to have some foot in that door where I can conceivably grab onto something and say, this is how I feel about it. This is what I think about it. And I don't know, I don't know what kind of content I'm going to make moving forward. I imagine I still will make some anti-SJW shit. In fact, I have some queued up right now. I'm going to fucking still make anti-religious shit. I'm going to make anti-Christian shit. I'm going to make anti-Muslim shit. I'm going to make anti-snowflake shit. I'm going to make anti-left-wing shit. I'm going to make anti-right-wing shit. But I can do that. Because I'm really good at looking around the world and tearing down the fucking bullshit. Because I just see bullshit everywhere. But I feel like for me to truly care, I have to find something that I'm pro. I can't just be anti every single fucking thing. I have to be pro something. I have to have some sort of position that I'm advocating for. And right now, I just really don't have it. All I know is I hate this and I hate that and I hate every fucking thing under the goddamn sun. Well, hatred isn't really enough anymore. I don't know if it ever was. There has to be something beyond that. And, maybe even my motivation for doing it is wrong. Because I don't want to care about the world so that I'm a more fulfilled person or that I'm a better person. I want to care more about the world so that I make better content, so that I can make more money, so that I can live in more comfort. That's my fucking thought process. That's what I'm fucking about. Now, where do you fit into that? Where do my fans fit into that? I fucking, obviously, I can't do this thing that I love. I can't get on camera and rant and rave and tear shit down and be a fucking crazy piece of shit, degenerate asshole. I can't be that if no one's watching. I can't be that if no one gives a shit. It's becoming more and more apparent to me that if I want you to give a shit, I have to give more of a shit. Because right now, I don't feel like my content is fucking terrible. I just feel like it's paint by numbers. It's by the book. And it has nothing to do with a format change, with, hey, I got a microphone now, with, hey, I've got this little setup where I can record directly from my DSLR to my computer and edit shit, do it all from this very same desk without moving from this fucking spot. I don't think that's the problem, because that's been recent. And this problem has gone back for a while now. I don't want to be cookie cutter. I don't want to be paint by numbers. I want to do the things that I've always done, which is fucking push this envelope and change the way this is done. Now, I don't know how to do it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know how to reinvent myself for the 5,000th fucking time. But I'm going to. Because that's what I fucking do. And I had to get this off my chest. Had to talk to you guys about this stuff. Had to let you know where my headspace is at. Because I think the first step towards making this better is being honest with you about where my head is at, what my perspective is, what I think, what I feel. Right now, I feel bereft of fucking concern. Bereft of concern for the world. Too much, just disproportionately focused on myself and my own ego and my own wants and my own needs and the needs of the people immediately around me, and then the needs of my audience. I have those three circles, I think, down pretty well. But I need that fourth circle of the world that exists outside of myself, because that's the biggest fucking circle. That's where everything's going on. That's the fucking, the world that most of my videos are talking about. And inside, I gotta be honest, I feel nothing for it. Next to nothing for it. So how do I fucking overcome that? Maybe you guys have some advice. Or maybe you don't. I don't really give a shit. With you or without you, I'll figure it out. Thanks for watching. I'm TJ Kirk. This is not my final video for the day. I've got several more coming up. We're going to talk about furry Nazis. Yeah. I got to admit, that one does kind of fascinate me, even as someone who doesn't give a shit what's going on. I have some videos about some racist people who are racist against white people. I have some horrible shit about teenage girls abusing animals. And I have some Pat Robertson bullshit. I'm going to make all of those today. Maybe not. Maybe they won't all get made today, but those are all getting made today and tomorrow. Or maybe they will all be made. I don't know. It just fucking depends. Who gives a shit? You'll see. One way or another, they're fucking coming out. I hope they're good. I hope you fucking enjoy them. I'm TJ Kirk. Peace the fuck out.
Little by little, piece by piece, I take back what's been stolen from me. Little by little, piece by piece, until I'm complete.